An arrogant black belt mocked a humble janitor right in front of his teenage daughter. What happened next brought tears to everyone in the martial arts gym. Derek Mitchell stood smirking on the mat, his black belt gleaming under fluorescent lights. James Washington paused his mopping, heart pounding as he glanced at his daughter, Mia, sitting quietly with her backpack. She was only there because her mother worked late. At 42, James had been cleaning this gym for a month. Derek's voice boomed across the room. "Hey, mop boy, is that your kid? Bet she wishes her dad was a fighter, not a floor scrubber." Mia's eyes widened, confusion mixing with embarrassment as she clutched her phone tightly. James kept his voice steady. "I do not want trouble, sensei. I am just finishing up so you can continue." But Derek's laugh echoed, sharp and mocking, drawing uneasy glances from the 9 students still lingering after class. What Derek did not know was James had spent 20 years hiding his past. He was once James Silent Storm Washington, a 5-time world mixed martial arts champion. An accident had stolen his best friend and his will to fight. "Come on, janitor," Derek taunted, striding closer with a smug grin. "Show your daughter a real man's moves. I bet you have never thrown a punch." Mia looked down, her cheeks flushed as the students shifted uncomfortably. James felt a familiar fire stir, like a long-dormant engine roaring awake. His gaze met Derek's, and for a moment, something fierce flickered, making the instructor pause. "Just a quick demo," Derek pressed, voice less certain now. "Nothing serious," he added, masking his unease. "Just to show why some belong on the mat and others scrub it." James set down his bucket slowly. His movements had a strange grace, out of place for a janitor. The students stopped their drills, sensing the air grow heavy. "All right," James said, his voice calm but sharp, like thunder before a storm. "But you will apologize to Mia and them for making this a circus." Derek's laugh rang hollow. "Apologize? Your kid will need comforting when you hit the floor." He did not know James had sworn never to fight again, not after losing Tony Rodriguez in a tragic sparring mishap. If this story of hidden strength and family grips you, subscribe now to see how one cruel moment sparked an unforgettable revelation. Derek adjusted his GI, savoring the spotlight as students formed a circle around the mat, some eager, others uneasy. A young Latina student, Elena, whispered her disapproval to a classmate. "Watch closely," Derek boomed. "This is a lesson in hierarchy, why warriors rise and others stay low." James stood still, but his breathing deepened, controlled, like a fighter's. His mind flashed to Las Vegas, 20 years back, jeers ringing out. "Go back to the streets, Storm. You do not belong here." He had won the title, but rage led to Tony's fall, a guilt that buried his past. "So, floor boy," Derek sneered, circling like a predator. "Going to show Mia how to roll over? Or is mopping your only skill?" Mia's eyes glistened, her faith in her dad wavering under the cruel taunts. Derek made his mistake then, patting James' shoulder with mocking condescension. James did not move, rooted like stone, and Derek felt resistance like a wall. "Interesting," James murmured, as if recalling a long-forgotten truth. The gym's air chilled. James' voice carried no rage, only a terrifying calm, the kind that precedes a storm's wrath. Derek, blind to the danger, doubled down. "Heard that, folks? Let us break this quitter wide open." Elena, the young Latina student, could not stay silent. A 19-year-old blue belt studying social work, she recognized bullying from her community. "Sensei Derek," she said firmly, "is mocking a man's family necessary?" The gym fell silent, tension thick as fog. Derek turned, face reddening with surprise and anger. "Excuse me, Elena? Who leads this class? This is about respect for the art, not whatever you imply." His voice was sharp, but Elena held her ground, eyes steady. James' gaze softened, seeing his late sister Kesha in Elena's courage. Kesha had stood up to bullies, too, before a stray bullet stole her at 18. Another loss that drove James to hide his past from Mia. "Elena," Derek growled, voice low and threatening. "If you cannot handle real teaching, find a softer gym. Places better suited for people like you." Mia stood then, her voice trembling. "Dad, let us go. You do not have to do this." James looked at Mia, and the gym faded away. He saw fear in her eyes, the kind he had sworn to shield her from. "Last chance, pal," Derek snapped. "Step up, or you and your kid are out, jobless." James met Derek's stare, and the instructor felt a chill, as if he had awakened a legend. "Fine," James said softly, but with authority that hushed the room. "You will teach your class why strength lifts, not belittles." Derek's chuckle was nervous. "Teach. You will be the lesson," down on the mat. He did not know James had turned his old rage into a refined, unbreakable resolve over 20 years, a force his rivals once feared. The students tightened their circle, murmurs mixing with worried whispers. Derek squared up, grinning. "You are witnessing gold, class, the gap between elite and everyday." James centered himself, eyes closing briefly, mind drifting to another time. He was back in that Vegas arena, taunts raining down before he dismantled Viktor Petrov. But that wind's shadow, Tony's death, taught him control. "So, floor boy," Derek jeered, "going to cry uncle in front of your girl?" Mia's tears welled, her trust in her dad shaken. Elena stepped forward again. "Sensei, this is not teaching. It is cruelty." Derek snapped, "Mind your place, or you are out." The tension crackled, electric and heavy, as James moved. With fluid precision, he sidestepped Derek's showy lunge, countering with a seamless takedown. The gym gasped as James pinned him effortlessly, not with force, but technique born of championships. Derek's eyes widened in shock. "Who are you?" James leaned in, voice a whisper. "James Silent Storm Washington. This is for every underdog you have mocked." He released Derek, standing as Mia's confusion turned to awe. Her tears fell, not from shame, but pride, as she rushed to him. The students erupted in applause, Derek mumbling apologies from the mat. In that moment, a father's secret became a daughter's inspiration, proving true power heals more than it hurts. What a story of redemption and family triumph. If this moved you, like, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe for more tales where the underestimated rise. Thank you for watching. Stay strong out there.